People, get ready for a cosmic spectacle. Very soon we will witness an event that you will only see once in your lifetime. A nova explosion will be visible to the naked eye in the night sky, and you definitely don't want to miss it. So stay tuned until the end, and welcome, friends. A nova in the night sky, what an incredible privilege to be able to witness something like this. If you are as fascinated by such cosmic fireworks as I am, then you know what to do. Click on the subscription button and activate the bell for even more galactic insights and exciting theories from science. The star of today's show is called T Coronae Borealis, or TCRB for short. It sounds like the name of a robot from Star Wars, but it is a star in the constellation of the Northern Crown, about 3,000 light years from Earth. Normally, TCRB is so inconspicuous that you can't even see it without a telescope, but every 18 years it puts on a show that would make any pop star green with envy. But what exactly happens there? To understand that, we have to take a closer look at TCRB. It's not a single star at all, but a double star. Think of it as a cosmic couple. On the one hand, we have a white dwarf, the burnt-out remains of a star like our sun, and on the other, a red giant dances around it, an aging star that has expanded. The white dwarf is a real kleptomaniac. With its strong gravitational pull, it constantly steals matter from its bloated partner. This goes on for decades until the white dwarf simply becomes too greedy. It has accumulated so much matter that all hell breaks loose on its surface. A thermonuclear explosion occurs, bathing the entire star in a blinding light, which is exactly what we call a nova. Imagine it like a cosmic pressure cooker. The pressure rises and rises until it eventually goes boom. Only that this boom is so powerful that the star suddenly shines 1,000 times brighter than before. For a few days or weeks, TCRB will be so bright that you can see it in the sky with the naked eye. A star that is usually hidden in the dark will suddenly be as bright as Polaris, our North Star. But why is this so exciting? TCRB is a so-called recurrent nova, which means that this cosmic fireworks display does not happen just once, but repeats every few decades. The last two times TCRB put on its show were in 1946 and 1866. If you do the math, you'll know why astronomers around the world are so excited. Our pop star's next show is imminent. We know it's going to happen very, very soon. Astronomers have observed that TCRB has been behaving in a characteristic way over the last few months. There was a slight increase in brightness followed by a drop, just like before the last eruptions. Dr. Bradley Schaefer from Louisiana State University, a real nova expert, has made a prediction. He expects the eruption to occur around May 28th, plus or minus 3 months. May is already over. So Dr. Schaefer's time frame only extends to August 28th. That's this month. And it gets even more interesting. It could be that people have been observing this spectacle for much longer than we previously thought. Schaefer has been digging through old records and has come across some exciting clues. For one thing, there is an observation by the English astronomer Francis Wollaston from 1787. He noted the position of a star that matches TCRB exactly. At the time, T Coronae Borealis should have been much too dim to be seen by Wollaston, unless of course he happened to be observing a nova explosion. Schaefer has even found a report about TCRB dating back to the year 1217. In a medieval chronicle, a certain Abbot Burchard of Ursburg describes a strange celestial phenomenon. He saw a star in the crown of Ariadne, the old name for the constellation of the Northern Crown, which suddenly became very bright and then faded again. That sounds suspiciously like our nova. Of course, we have to be a bit careful with such old reports. However, Schaefer has good arguments as to why it could really be TCRB. On the one hand, the description fits perfectly with a nova, and on the other hand, Burchard describes the event as a wonderful sign, which would not fit with a comet, which were considered harbingers of disaster at that time. If Schaefer is right, that means that TCRB has been putting on its cosmic show for over 800 years. Imagine in the Middle Ages, when the Crusaders were still roaming the area, someone saw the same star light up that we will soon be observing, and now it's your turn, guys. How can you observe this nova? First of all, you have to know where to look. TCRB is located in the constellation Coronae Borealis, the Northern Crown. This is a small but prominent constellation that stands like a semicircle in the sky. It is best seen in spring and summer. So if the nova really takes place in August or September, that would be absolutely perfect timing. Normally, TCRB is barely visible to the naked eye, but when the nova starts, that will change abruptly. The star will become so bright within a few hours or days that you will be able to see it without any aids. It is expected to be as bright as a second magnitude star, about as bright as the stars in the Big Dipper. And the great thing is that you don't have to be a professional to observe the event. All you need are your eyes, which you probably always have with you, and maybe a pair of binoculars, and of course a clear night sky. sky. So keep your eyes open over the next few days, and if you think you can see the nova, write to me directly, because nobody knows exactly when it will start. We need teamwork here. TCRB is particularly exciting because it is one of the so-called recurrent novae. These are real exotics. Of the hundreds of known novae, only about a dozen are recurrent. TCRB is one of the brightest and best studied representatives of this group. Each outburst is a new opportunity to study this rare phenomenon. So what does this nova explosion actually mean for the star itself? It will not be destroyed. Unlike a supernova, in which a star at the end of its life completely explodes, a recurrent nova is only a surface explosion. It's as if TCRB were to hold its breath for a moment and then blow hard. After a few weeks or months, it will return to its normal brightness. For astronomers, a nova explosion is like a cosmic laboratory where they can learn a lot about the physics of stars. How do matter and energy behave under extreme conditions? How do binary star systems evolve? TCRB can provide valuable insights into all these questions. And by the way, even though most novae that we have discovered so far are harmless to Earth, under certain circumstances they can also become supernovae. If the white dwarf accumulates enough mass through repeated nova explosions, it can eventually exceed a critical limit and explode as a supernova. This is not likely to happen with TCRB, but it shows how exciting the development of such stars can be. What do you think? Isn't it incredible that we will soon witness this cosmic event that people may have observed as early as the Middle Ages, and all from our little blue planet? Write your thoughts in the comments and let me know if you will try to observe the historic Nora. I'm already super excited to hear your reports. As soon as the nova starts, you'll be the first to know here on the channel, so if you don't want to miss an update, press the subscribe button and activate the bell. So now we'll turn our attention to other mysterious scientific events. To this day, there are some discoveries that really give astronomers sleepless nights. Parallel universes in Antarctica, alleged alien signals, the Tunguska impact in Siberia. We'll take a look at these bizarre scientific occurrences, but be warned, it's going to be a bit creepy. Be sure to click on the top right to watch it. And if you want to support the channel, why not click through some of the older videos? I've got lots of exciting topics for you there. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, friends.